Hello YouTube and welcome to my November dividend portfolio update. Let's have a start with the top 10. So just flick this switch over. So not much change to the top 10 apart from Gladstone Land has come up because I've been investing quite heavily in that in this month during its dip. So that's the top 10. Overview of the month. So we started at the beginning of the month up 15.5%. I actually invested my monthly bit in there right on the 1st of November. So that went quite nicely. And then here's where the general election in the US was announced, or on the way of being announced. So quite a lot of the US stocks spiked because of that. And so from there, if you look at this little line down here, I sold out of a couple of US positions that I had that I was going to sell anyway, but they just got to a good price that day. So I thought I'd take advantage of it, sold out, and then I slowly put that money back into the portfolio over the month. So then we were pretty flat in the middle. Then towards the end, we had a nice little spike up, and then just tailed off slowly towards the end of the month. So overall, about nearly 2% up on the month. So pretty happy with that, and in a good position. So let's sort them by A to Z. Go through the individual ones where I am, and if you're following along and you see a stock you want to see out, just pause the video or drop comments below, and I can talk about it next time. So going through the month, BAE Systems peaked here, and I wanted to sell them because it was £14. That's really what I want to sell them at. But unfortunately, I was a little bit busy at work and then forgot to do it, and then they tailed off. So my loss there really, but still really good stock. Oil's having BP in general is having a bad time still quite rough. It's the first time I've been at a loss on this for a number of years. Caterpillar had a nice spike when the US election there, and the next day still continue to rise. I do hold these in another portfolio. I managed to sell them out and then buy them back right back here. We weren't quite here, it was more here somewhere. About $380 I bought them back, so I kind of do that and I make a bit of money. They've gone back up to $406, so I'm quite happy with that. What else? Yeah, I sold out Emerson Electric and something else. Can't remember what it was now, but it'll come to me when I go to the dividends. Gladstone Land, I've been investing heavily in this one. It had quite a drop off. I'm sitting around $12 mark, so I've been pumping a couple £100 in there, which is reflected in the dividend. But my cost average share price now is $13.86. So hopefully when they get to $16, that puts me a little bit more profit. But in the meantime, I am sort of getting the yield, but they will be sold at $16. GSK, I pumped a little bit more money in here as well from that sale of the other shares. So around here somewhere, I put in £100. Can't remember exactly where, but yeah, it's one of the ones I'm starting to grow in my portfolio position. What else to talk about? Not a lot really happened this month, but not, like I say, all the US stocks jumped quite considerably. UK stocks sort of forward a little bit. Reality Income's had a bit of a dip this last month. It's obviously been $6 bigger than a month. We had a low there of what, $56. It's just started to tail off again. So if that drops below $50, I guess I'll start pumping a little bit more money back into that. Reckitt Benckiser had a bit of a strong start to the month. I'm slowly recovering. That's not quite at the 10%. It's getting close, but when I get to 10%, that's another one that can be sold out. Segro had a bit of a downwards month, so I've been pumping a little bit of money in there as well, just again to lower my cost average price, trying to get into a profit so I can sell that. It's really just been buying quite a lot of my low positions, trying to reduce the cost average on them. and hopefully get them to a profit position so I can sell them quicker. So that's the portfolio as a whole. So for the month itself, been really pleased with it. So let's move over to the dividends. So for this month, I invested £340. Again, that did like a £200 like standard investment, and then I've been pumping quite a lot of money in Gladstone Land really, and Segro, and and Prospect Capital. Those three have had a bit of an injection in this month. But that would have cost me an interest of £49.24. So let's have a look what dividends I got. And what will be on there? 12, let's call it 12,850. Sorry, yeah, let's call it 12,900. So that's what we've got to try and beat. So we're going over to dividends for this last month. Like I say, AGNC paid me out £1.63, which is pretty good. Apple paid out 18 pence. AT&T paid me out £1.80, so that's starting to grow again now after their turmoil. Bank of Montreal paid me out £1.56, which was slightly more than I thought I was going to get. Bluefield Solar Income, one of my newer ones, that paid me out £2.64, so really pleased with that position. Caterpillar paid out their dividend at 70 pence, so reasonably happy with that. Citigroup, one of my bank groups, paid me out 98 pence. That's close to the pound mark now. So you'll see I'm starting to get quite a few over the pound mark, which is where I want to be. Emerson Electric. This is one of the ones I sold out this month. General Dynamics paid me out 75 pence. I don't get my words out then. Gladstone Land paid me at £1.43, so that's shows the increase in the amount of money I've been putting in. That's nearly doubled what I was getting before. So almost yeah, put quite a lot of money in there this month. Probably might live to regret that yet. Green Coat Wind, a similar fund to the Blue Solar Field one, that paid me out £2.47, which is comparable. Horizon Technology Finance, it's on a bit of a downer at the moment, so that might get some money thrown at it soon. But that paid me out £1.45. That's the other one I sold out. Illinois Tool Works. Those two, that and Emerson, they're the ones I sold out this month. Global Clean Energy ETF paid me out 60p. Let's not talk about that. JP Morgan's ETF paid me out 63p, so that wasn't too bad. A slight increase in last month. Lowe's paid me out 57 pence, so nice to see that going up. And LTC Properties paid me out £1.19, which wasn't too bad. Main Street Capital paid me out 79 pence. So these are starting to look a little bit better now. The exchange rate is coming down a little bit between the pound and US dollar. Nucor paid me out 52p, so not bad. My PIMCO bond ETFs paid me out £1.11 and £1.16 respectively. So great from them. They're now over £1, so I'm really happy with that. Procter & Gamble paid me out 85 pence. Prospect Capital, again, I've just pumped quite a bit of money in here, so that's now at £1.93. I'm expecting that to be to £2.50, £3, something like that next month. Reality Income paid me out £2.59, so that's good. Might be, like I say, if that share price continues to fall, I might be pumping some more money in there. Getting near the end now. There's about two more to go. So Stag paid me out 45p, nice and steady, and Starbucks paid me out 70 pence, which is really good. My risky UK monthly payer fund, that paid me out £3.70, so really happy with that. I think there might have been 2 payments in there though. And getting down there now, how many we've got? A couple to go. So the UK gilt paid me out 42 pence, so that's seeing a bit of a rise at the moment, so I'm quite happy with that. And the US bonds paid me out 73 pence. And last but not least, my Whitestone REIT paid me out 36 pence, giving me a total of £33.89, which is about £12 less than would have got in interest. So interest at the moment is beating my dividends that month. Anyway, so let's look at the numbers then. So I am currently running at 25% return, including dividends, so that's not too bad. And my dividend yield on cost is 7.34%, and on value it's 5.88, so quite high. But my investment value stood at 16,288, which is 3,100, 3,300 more than the ISA, which should be there. Yeah, so that's the difference. So yeah, so even though the interest on my ISA is beating at the moment, my capital growth is definitely pulling ahead. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the charts for this month, how they've affected things. So as you can see, this year's sort of trending flat for dividends, are just over the £30 mark there. So even though I've had a couple of really good months and my dividend yield was quite high, I'd just expect to be a little bit higher, really. I don't know. I was hoping to be around £50 a month by the end of this year, but we're not. We'll see what December brings. December should be a good month. But okay, but not too bad. So it's been quite uppy downy sort of year so far. Looking at the top five, so number 1 is BP, number 2 is AGNC for dividends, number 3 is Prospect Capital, which is really good, and then number 4 is just by a whisker Shell, and then number 5 it's got to be HSBC. But some tough competition now for top 5. You'll see some change in the landscape over here. We've got 24 monthly select fund coming up. Obviously, we've got more dividends coming out of reality income. So this landscape might change over the next 12 months, but we'll see. But overall, pretty happy where I am. I think this journey is going really well. So to my front sheet then to show you over time. For this month, yeah, another low yielding month. But you have your ups and downs. You can't have it all high, or we'll all be millionaires. So yeah, but as the trend goes, below par for this month, but still okay with it. So as you can see now, this chart shows my dividends year on year. So we're now beaten and almost half again. 1, 2, 3. By the end of the year, it should be half again of last year. And this line just shows my capital growth year on year. So as you can see, 2022. I wish I'd put more money in that year. I really do, because this would be off the charts. But never mind. Okay, so let's look at the predictor where we're at. We can sort of start cementing in some of these, I think. So total for the year so far is £444 in dividends and basically 1,500 quid in growth. So pretty happy with that. And so my targets, look, I'm a £5 short on my dividend target. I've beaten the capital growth target, which is good, and I'm beating the fund by £1,000. So green lights across the board this year. Could it be the first year I've get a full year of greens? Let's hope so. How are we going to do for 50k in 5 years? Well, this is saying we should have 20k, so not even halfway. So if I don't get halfway, I'll be disappointed. I think I'll get it to 25. But for 50 years, what we look at 50k in 5. So what we're doing 50k is still looking at between 10 and 11 years. Depends how we finish up. So not on plan. But that's this month. Well, guys, I hope you really enjoyed that. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel to don't miss out on future videos. If you've got any comments or stuff, please leave them below. And also, if you're thinking about taking up trading or investing and you want to use Trading 212, please use my code in the description below. You'll get a free share and I'll get a free share worth up to £100. And any free shares I get, I obviously sell at the end of the year and donate the money to charity. So I've got 3 shares to sell at the moment from this year. So we'll see that. And also, if you've got any charities you want to suggest, also leave them in the comments below. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. See you next time.